Victor Gao, our political analyst, joins us from Manila. Victor, welcome back.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, so let me begin with Councilor Yang Jiechi's visit to Tokyo. What do you expect will be the highlights of this visit?
Well, first of all, this visit taking place itself is very meaningful, and it carries a lot of symbolic messages. First of all, no such high-ranking Chinese official has visited Japan for the last several years, when the political relations between China and Japan have been deteriorating, or tensions actually have been mounting between China and Japan, especially over Diaoyu Island. Therefore, State Councilor Yang Jiechi's visit itself to Tokyo and meeting with the Japanese leaders speaks very loudly for the fact that it is expected that the Chinese leaders and the Japanese leaders should maintain a normal channel of dialogue. And this kind of dialogue will help stabilize the relations and avoid the tensions between China and Japan from getting out of control. On the other hand, I think Japan really needs full engagement with the Chinese economy in order to pull Japanese economy out of the woods, and any further tension between China and Japan will do damage to the growth prospect of China-Japan business and trade relations. Therefore, I think in addition to the very high level of meetings that State Councilor Yang Jiechi will have in Tokyo, they will also talk about how to normalize the relations between Tokyo and Beijing, and also whether the summit meeting between President Xi Jinping and Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, and also between the Chinese Premier Li Keqiang and the Japanese Prime Minister, should place what should be the form of such meetings, and also what should be the contents of such meetings. Therefore, I would say State Councilor Yang Jiechi's visit to Japan has its own purposes, including preparing for the highest level of dialogue between China and Japan.
So, Victor, do you think this round of negotiations between the two sides will lay the groundwork for bilateral meetings between Japanese Prime Minister Abe and Premier Li Keqiang in South Korea next month?
Definitely. I think the APEC meeting will take place in Manila, here where I am, very soon. And it is inevitable that the Chinese leader and Japanese leader will meet, whether on the sideline of the APEC meeting or during a full-sized one-on-one meeting here in Manila. Further, the summit meeting involving China, South Korea, and Japan is scheduled to take place, and they need to sit down at the same table, the three leaders in this important part of the world, and look at each other into the eyes and really put their differences on the table, but also try their best to control the tension and also to promote the development of China-Japan relations in the right direction. Therefore, I would say the summit meeting between China and Japan is inevitable. It's just a matter of timing and what's the best formality it will take.
Victor, we've run out of time, but as always, a pleasure having you, and we certainly hope that does happen as well. Thank you so much, Victor Gao.